You got
the real midnights. We're not talking about the 10 o'clock garbage. We're talking about the 12 o'clock. People outside, 200 people lined up. Everybody ready to get their game. Those midnights. Yeah. And those are the days I miss. I did miss those days.
A lot of friends I met from GameStop.
I met a lot of celebrities.
GameStop builds community. I think they marketing should lean more into that. But it is very community. You get neighborhood involvement in GameStop. It's a lot of other places in the neighborhood where you don't actually get the real feel of the neighborhood. But when you work at a GameStop, you definitely get the vibes of that neighborhood. You get
because you get to know the people. You get to know your regulars that come back on a regular basis. You know them by first name. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that I love. You know, the one that you know soon dude come in, he finna pre-order 3 or 4 games. Yeah. Or he finna grab 2 or 3 controllers. Or, he got his son coming in. Working with a lot of people, man. Over the years, it's like you just know your customer base at a point. You know what I'm saying? You just know.
And not even just the gamers. You get a lot of parents who not even gamers, who you get to see on the regular.
Those are my favorite customers. The parents have the kids, especially the women.
Man. But those are definitely the best ones.
Yeah.
I don't never use the slogan. I only heard other people use it, but some people would say profit over people. That's something I will never use or never embody. But
if we're going to keep the conversation neutral, I don't want to respond to that.
You don't want to respond to that?
No.
Oh my, man, I'm going to respond. I'm going to keep it 100. That's exactly what it is.
Goddamn, my ass kisses.
He ain't lying, y'all. That's what it is. It ain't about the people, bro. But if we shut down the profit, which means we don't spend with them, then it's going to be people over profit. Because without the people, you're not going to have a profit anyway.
Right.
Facts. GameStop is very profit over people. Well, and not so much today. I feel like they're walking towards people. Like we were talking about their social media presence. They got like a new social media team. They got a lot of stuff going on. They putting their emphasis back on trades, putting their emphasis back on physical.
No, they're not putting the emphasis back on physical.
I was going to disagree with you on that one. Yeah,
I don't mean the emphasis back on physical, but I think that with trades, that is the emphasis on physical.
But the emphasis is trading cards.
Well, no. I think the GameStop marketing is pushing used games and trade-ins. That's why they have the trade day. That's why they really doing big pushes.
But let me stop right there, though, Drew. The reason why that's not, I don't agree with that is because who's trading in stuff these days? This is keeping 100.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're doing trade anything. They're trying. Again, they might not be successful, but they're trying to embrace trades.
So the days of the trading has gone away.
This is true.
And it's gone because digital is taking over. You know what I'm saying? Digital is to the point that nobody has to come outside anymore. So that's why GameStop has the PSA. That's why we have the collectible section. That's why we have the t-shirt sales. Because the gaming world, it's not the gaming world anymore. A lot of the old school creative stuff. We just lost the dude that does Tekken 8. He retired. So now everybody's worried about the new Tekken. What is it going to be like? Because he's not the director anymore. He's gone. He just retired. He retired during the Video Game Awards. Yeah. So
wow, I didn't see
that. Yeah, so he's gone. So it's like the gaming community just lost a legend. Just like, in the anime world, we lost, Akira Toriyama. You know what I'm saying? In the game world, we lost the guy who makes Tekken. He's been the director of Tekken since Tekken 1. And he's retired. So it's like the gaming world is changing to the point where, they're not, and this is beyond GameStop, you guys, real quick. They're not making games like they used to anymore. They're making games for a profit. It's not about us anymore. It's not about they give us a beta, do the test, send feedback, right? Like, what don't you like about the game? What do you like about the game? And then they go in and correct it. They don't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just they're making the game. They're living off the hype from the years of the game just being established, like for instance, Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty has been the #1 shooting game for 2 decades?
It's been
for 2 decades. And then they made some trash Call of Duties, right?
Mm-hmm. He ain't lying.
And yet they keep making Call of Duties, and some of them are a hit, a lot of them are a miss.
And let this be yet another reminder.
Ride the wave.
And they're still riding the name of the Activision has changed so many directors and creative people in that game alone. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody new making a game. Somebody new making games. Activision, they went to, I think, Sledgehammer. Then they went. It's just a back and forth thing, bro. And that's what GameStop is doing. It's a back and forth thing. They know trades is not what it is anymore. So now it's like we got to generate, new revenue. The PSA, which we should, me being at GameStop for as long as I have, we should have been doing this before the hype got to the point where it is now. We could have already been in the game. You know what I'm
So
saying?
do you think it's time for them to do CGC when it comes to comic books?
They should, because right now with the Marvel movies dropping, you know, and the way a lot of movies come, they need to do the comic, not just the car. If you're gonna do it all the way.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it all the way, do the comics. You know how people got comics sitting in their crates at home, bro, probably because they don't even know that's worth money.
Yeah, and I think having a storefront to go to is easier than just
No,
mailing.
that's true. They need a certain store for
Storefront.
just the Pokemon cards and the collectibles. Just and see, I don't want to dip and dab into that part of it as well. You know how they put all that stuff on the social. On we got to sell this, we got to sell that, we got to do this, we got to do that. That's just a lot to put on somebody's plate. You know what I'm saying? In an 8-hour day.
So throughout the time that you was working there, what are some things that if you could go back, we should have never did this? GameStop should have stayed this way, or should have.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's
I got to think about that one.
Some things that
Because-
GameStop should have never did.
Should've
They
never
should have
did.
never got into the cell phone business.
No, that was a fail.
Do you
I
see
hated
any?
that.
That's what I'm saying. Do you see any missteps within the
It's about that
company?
cricket stuff that we was doing when we was
Yeah.
actually activating phone
Yeah,
stuff.
we should have never done that.
Yeah, that was a lot of money not well spent.
We should have never left retro, then went back to retro. Just stayed with it consistently.
Yeah.
Don't keep taking it away.
Then we
back.
have a retro, the one that had wasn't it Geek something that we had bought out,
Geek Squad,
and that was the retro one, that virtual version, I think, or what
no,
was that?
Geek Squad was focused on collectibles,
Merch.
pop when pop were
Merchandise.
at their biggest. But now
Okay.
Funko Pops is on the brink of like bankruptcy. They're like in debt 250 million.
Oh, so they're not hitting no
GameStop should
more.
buy 'em.
They're not hitting no more.
What?
GameStop should buy them.
GameStop should buy Funko Pops.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
The exclusives? What?
To make it exclusive,
Yes. If you got
but they
it,
have,
you
but they
got a
ain't paying.
section.
Well,
You
GameStop
have it. You have a section in your company. They're following. Go snatch it up. You got all those exclusives. You be in control
I
of the pop
mean,
world.
they have the money to do it.
Yep. And we
Do they
already
though?
moving into
GameStop
collectibles.
got
We
the
already
money
looking
to
into.
do
I mean, they shut down
appraisals.
no stores. I mean, I figured they could.
They have enough money to buy Funko if they wanted to.
Yeah, but if it's not popping, it's just burning money though. If
But if
they're
they make it-
they're failing, then it's just burning money. GameStop's not gonna be able to help that.
Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
reason
if,
for-
if GameStop takes them over, GameStop will ship their production. They're going to start just producing the Funkos for IPs. The GameStop,
But
the GameStop will put their influence on it.
But the
Right.
problem is if the market is not calling for that, then no matter what GameStop does, the market is not calling for it. It's not going to make any money.
well, the reason Funko Pops are messed up right now is because they're making too many. They make a pop for everything,
Yeah,
and I don't think they should do that.
yeah. Because the true collectors can't keep up. They fall into.
But
the
it's also
bitty
your
problem.
choice to buy the ones like that. So my thing is too, when I was buying Funko Pops, I only bought anime pops. I'm not buying everything. I don't buy
Exactly.
Stranger Things. I don't buy Backstreet Boys. I don't buy NSYNC. I'm being funny, y'all. They making everything to for the consumers. Everybody may not like anime pops. Some people may like movie pops.
And that's
You know what I'm
why
saying?
if GameStop buy
Mhm.
them, they'd stop making NSYNC pops. They would just make GameStop. I'm not gonna say just GameStop IPs, but they would focus on the stuff that you like, the stuff that people who walk in GameStop like. So if you know, oh, they got the Joker pop, and they got Halo pops, and they got anime pops, and you can only get those at GameStop, and you a pop person,
But
they
they
need that.
so pops is only at certain stores, like
Yeah.
Hot Topic,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, Lunchbox, GameStop, Target, Walmart. So they were doing it.
But
Yeah,
right now,
probably
based
still
on the
fair.
company, they have too many out there that are not.
But I don't
they have
think-
too much inventory.
I think they need to go back to what made them, which
Yeah.
is video games. They need
Yeah.
to go back to that. Everything else is just stretching. Remember we had a conversation a while ago about cutting the fat, right? To the
Right.
point where it's not no more fat on there. It's just all meat.
What do you mean by that?
Now you cutting the meat, aka the profit.
Mhm.
So now you cutting that, and it's just go back to what works. Stop fixing stuff that's not broken.
Was the Elite Pro membership broken?
Trash.
It was trash.
I was just
We
about
needed
to
two
say,
cars,
no.
free and pro.
When I asked
That's
the
it.
question about what the GameStop
Hey,
do
hey,
bad,
hold on. Hey, Justice, what you think about that? Shout out to Justice, y'all here in the back scene.
It was a good idea. The thing about it is that it allowed like particular features and benefits that people saw value in.